Our group created the NFL Offensive Play Predictor, which takes a live NFL game situation and predicts the top 3 plays that might be called next by the offensive team. The basic problem we're trying to solve here is that the NFL is at the center of a multi-billion-dollar entertainment industry, but they have only recently begun to leverage machine learning to help win games. Major League Baseball, for instance, is much further ahead in terms of using data analysis to shape game strategy. We believe that data-driven game decisions for coaches and fantasy players can lead to optimized outcomes. To predict future plays, we used a gradient boosting classifier model, or CatBoost, that takes the most important parameters of a given game situation and visualizes the results of that model in an interactive D3 dashboard. For each NFL team, we trained a CatBoost model on current year data. In our literature review, we found several similar models that trained league-wide historical data in the same way, but we found that individual teams have different enough strategies that we could be more accurate by creating individualized models for each team. This did create a problem for us in terms of data storage, however. There are about 1.1 billion possible outcomes of these 32 models. So instead of predicting and storing all possible results, we stored our models on Microsoft Azure Blob Storage, and then we access only the one requested by our API for the game scenario specified by the user. This means we need only 22 megabytes of storage instead of 50 gigabytes. To use the dashboard, the user enters the current parameters of the game situation. Our API returns the 24 possible outcomes, and the top 3 outcomes are listed in the left panel here. The graphic of the football field visually shows the zone of the field where the ball is most likely to go. The data to train the models comes from an existing Python library called NFL Data Py and an R library called NFL Read R, which together contain data on every NFL play from the 2017 through 2022 seasons. In total, the data contains almost 300,000 plays. The initial evaluation of the models was done by training and testing a model for each of the 32 NFL teams on an 80-20 random split of its 2022 plays. In 75% of the cases, the actual play was in the top 3 plays returned by our model. We feel that looking at the likelihood of the next play being one of 3 options is a reasonable evaluation method, considering that most teams call multiple plays at one time, and the quarterback chooses one based on the defensive alignment that they see. In that sense, knowing the top 3 most likely plays is actually more valuable than trying to predict a single play. To evaluate the effectiveness of a model trained on one team for one season versus other methods that focused on trends across the league or across multiple seasons, we trained 4 models and assessed them on a live game this season. Our model was 1.5 to 2 times more accurate than the models trained on historical or league-wide data. Our conclusion is that our team and season-specific model offers better results to those wanting to understand play calling in the NFL.